Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average oak tree branch can hold 70 pounds. Something you probably do know, your neighbor is building their kid a treehouse. Something you probably don't know, a falling treehouse would take out your whole fence. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Because I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. 'Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
What's up, folks? Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Terry Podcast. Hey, I want to start off this show by telling you about some of our new sponsors. Global Net Insurance Agency, Mr. Dusty Lewis over in Eastman, Georgia. You can reach him right now at 478-374-7977. This is who I got insurance with, folks. Mr. Dusty has took care of me for an extremely long time. Even when I'm late on my insurance, I can message him on Facebook. He always takes care of me, and his staff there are just awesome over at Global Net. So please do me a favor. Y'all reach out to them now and tell them that I sent you. Here's another new one for y'all. Lori's Dive-In. She feeds me quite regularly. She's over in Alamo, Georgia. She has brought me everything from this amazing chicken salad to these Philly cheesesteaks. Dude, I'm telling you, they're just really, really good. Full menu on site. They cater. They do carry out. Just really cool family atmosphere. Every time I've been there or they've brought me stuff, you just can't beat it. And the price is really good. And Miss Lori is just awesome. Thank y'all for becoming a sponsor on the show. I'm always excited when somebody that I went to school with turns out to be successful and is doing well for themselves. Shout out to Mr. Dustin Smith, Dr. Dustin Smith, and owner of Middle Georgia Total Health Center. He's my chiropractor. I'm always standing up tall. I'm always feeling good, and it's because of this guy. He's got an office in Eastman at 285 Plaza Ave, and he also has a location at 126 North 2nd Street in Cochran. You can call his Eastman office at 478-6011 or the Cochran office at 478-934-8801. Look them up on Facebook at Middle Georgia Total Health or email them midgatotalhealth@gmail.com. Go check out Dr. Smith and all of his staff. He's going to get you feeling right. You're not going to be disappointed you go get Mr. Smith's hands on you. I told y'all the other day about my guy over at Oxley Performance Computers. Matt Oxley has took care of all of our computer needs. He's got me set up with a whole new PC. My soundboard, my everything is running way better. I did not know how bad off I was just getting something from Best Buy. This dude has hooked me up to where my laptop's better, my desktop's better, everything that I needed, he hooked me up with, and he did it for a damn good price. Y'all go check out Matt Oxley at Oxley Performance Computers and here's his website at oxleypc.com. That's where you can find him at on Facebook as well. Go look my dude up and tell him to hook you up. I told y'all we had several new sponsors on the show, and right here is the last one. So y'all hold tight, and then we're going to roll into the show. This one right here is why I've been looking so damn good, though. Miss Reagan. Reagan Rise Fitness. She helps men and women lose fat and build muscle. She customized nutrition and training plans. Workouts can be done in the gym or at home. She has hooked me up, told me what to eat, told me how much to eat, and also gave me a workout plan that doesn't hurt my body. You can find her at Facebook at Reagan. That's Raegan. Last name Milholen. And her IG RaeganArise Fitness. Go check her out. Tell her I sent you. Tell all the sponsors of the show that I sent you. Make them feel some love. And thank each and every one of y'all for listening to the Josh Terry podcast. Now, let's see who guests are today. Folks, with me today, straight from Nashville, I got two guys that I've got the pleasure of seeing at some Riders rounds and drinking a little bit and hanging out with. I want to introduce y'all to Mr. Cameron Havens. I am saying Havens, right?
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime, brother. And Skinny, little Skinny. I have a rule, Ethan. I know you don't know this. I hate calling people nicknames. Like I despise when a grown ass man has a nickname. But little Skinny, for some reason, I don't mind calling you that, dude.
Nobody really knows my real name, so I guess it's kind of the go-to choice.
So what was funny the other day, I guess your family came to Nashville and I saw where they had like added some pictures on Facebook or whatever. And I thought it was like a throwback of you, your little brother, like the first time you had been to Nashville or something. And I was like, all right, okay. I get where little Skinny came from now. And then next thing I know, there's a picture of y'all together. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I got a little brother, man. What's crazy was, I was on American Idol when I was 15, and then I went back last year, and my brother was 15, the same age I was on American Idol at the same time, and he went with me. So they did a whole story on Idol about how he looked exactly like I did when I was 15 on the show, and he was back there with me, and we did a whole segment. It's quite crazy. He started to change a little bit, not look as much like I do, but dude, a couple of years ago, it was very prominent.
How far did you get on Idol?
So the first time I made it to the top 200, and then the second time I made it to the top 64. But
hell yeah, dude. Well, before we get started and we start talking shit, Cameron, drop your social media and everything you got from TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Let's give them a reason to go find you.
I don't have Twitter. I think it's a dumpster fire. I have Instagram. It's just Cameron Havens _. Facebook is just Cameron Havens, and TikTok is just Cameron Havens _.
And you, little Skinny, what's all your social media, bro?
Yeah, man, I like Cameron. I think Twitter's dumpster fire as well. So I don't have Twitter, but I have everything else. So y'all look up at LIL _Skinny, and it'll pop up. Everything's at LIL __ music or something like that. But if you type in LIL Skinny, I'm the long hair guy with a guitar. So there's two of us. I'm not the rapper. Another guy.
Yeah, he's obviously not a rapper. If anybody knows, there's only one country rapper that is ever going to be allowed to be on the show, and that's Jelly Roll. Besides for that, I hate fucking country rap. I hate everything about it. But Jelly Roll is a cool son of a bitch to me.
Oh, that's my boy. That was the first person I met in town. First night.
No shit.
First night, dude. It was rough, but it was fun.
He's one that I'm still waiting to meet. I haven't got to bump into him yet.
We gotta make that happen, Josh. Make that happen.
Well, I'm already pissed at you like so much. You got to hang out with Daly, and Daly is like my spirit animal.
That's my boy. So we're both from Arkansas, and dude, that's a crazy story, man. I won't take too much time on it, but I was hanging out one time playing at Doghouse on the Barbarian, and this dude walked in. I don't know if you're familiar with the NFL quarterback Ryan Mallett, the player for Arkansas.
Yeah. So
Ryan's a good friend of mine, and he came in to surprise me, and he started filming me. He started sending shit to Justin Moore and John Daly and everything. Only one replied out of like 5 people he sent this video to was John. And he's like, dude, I like this kid. What's his name? What does he go by? And I went to text him on Ryan's phone, and we talked a little bit. Didn't think nothing about it. Rocks on. About a month and a half later, I walk into Losers, and I walk up, and I run right into John Daly coming off the stage. And he's like, Skinny, yeah, I know you. You're the dude from Ryan Mallett and all that stuff. And so he remembered me right on the spot. So we hit it off, and he asked me to come play some lead for him. And then he came back to Losers a couple nights, and I get called. He's like, hey, skinny. And so he either calls me a little skinny or sticks. For some reason, I don't know why, but every now and then he just starts calling me sticks. And I'm like, don't know where that came from. But yeah, man. So I've played guitar for him like 3 times in 2 weeks. It was fun, man. He's wild.
Sticks is a golf reference, Skinny.
Yes, I don't play golf. Yeah, he calls me Sticks all the time. So I'm like, well, what does this guy call me Sticks for?
Cameron, so the last time I saw Skinny, I have a reputation, dude, of having the most fun of anybody at a bar. Most fun. We were at Losers, dude, and we were having a blast. Bobby Pinson was buying us shots. I mean, it was just an amazingly good night. Somebody threw a dildo.
It's a good night.
Yeah, somebody out of nowhere throws a fucking dildo on like right there. And for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to pick this dildo up, take my cowboy hat off, and I'm bald headed, and it had a suction cup on the end of the dildo.
I saw that on social media somewhere,
and I stuck it on my head, dude, and I started doing like this, the Dixieland Delight. Like I was a real dickhead, man.
He was King Dickhead for the night.
God,
I saw that from like 5 people on Instagram.
Yeah, it was weird. Which I don't care. Nashville is my second home now, and I would have never thought it was gonna be, because I don't like a lot of people there. I like the people that I like. Like
I just thought you lived here. Like when you texted about this, you were like 12 Eastern time, and I thought you were just trying to be like cool, man. And I was like, so you mean 11? I didn't know you live in Georgia.
No, there's no way I could live in Nashville. My daughter lives here, my studio's here. But I don't want to live in Nashville. I like the fact that when I go there, there's stuff that's still new to me. And I like the fact that every time I go, it's a new experience, or I meet somebody that I haven't met before. And I couldn't do it all the time. That I would be Keith Whitley as far as drinking myself to death. I already have a problem in bumfuck Egypt in the middle of Georgia. There is no way I could have access to all those women and all those bars and everything and not just do myself in. But anyway, what were you saying?
I was just saying balance. The key is balance, and it's hard to find.
I don't even know what that word means, Skinny.
It's so funny because like I don't drink.
Yeah.
And all my friends do. And I think it took a little while for everybody to realize that like just because I'm not drinking with everybody doesn't mean I don't like to hang out until 4 or 5 in the morning and like party with everybody. It's just I know I will either, whichever way you want to look at it, I'll either be real bad at drinking or way too good at it, depending on how you look at it.
Hey, I have a lot of respect for you. That's why I don't do drugs. I literally tell everybody. Everybody thinks that I do everything under the sun. I only drink. Now I might eat an edible, but I don't consider anything with marijuana a drug. But if I was to do like, let's just say cocaine as an example. If I was to do cocaine one time, I would be stealing catalytic converters by the end of the fucking night. I'm a full-blown crackhead before the end of the week. I know there's not going to be a middle with me.
I think some people, the way I put it is like some people are born with a dimmer switch, and some people are born with a light switch, and God just didn't give me a dimmer switch. It's either on or off. There's no real in between with, I think, just how my personality is.
Speaking of the good Lord, that's how I got to that's where I bumped into you kind of at, not at church, obviously, but I got to see you at the local last time I was in town. And my big brother, who's like my big brother, Lee Tucker, was on stage with you. And he had heard your song Hanging On by a Halo before. And he looks over at me and he's like, Josh, shut the fuck up. Listen to this song. And because he knows what I like. He knows exactly what is this going to hit my soul? And dude, that's I have listened to Hanging On by Halo. I can't tell you how many times. And I was telling you before we got started, Skinny, by the way, you got to send me some demos and work tapes. Because I have a rule, not a rule, it's a kind of a game I play with my buddies. So around here, nobody does music where I live. Like all my buddies that are my hometown guys, they don't know a goddamn thing about music besides they like listening to it. So every once in a while, I'll play them a work tape or a demo, and I just want to get their reaction. Same way that y'all, when y'all play a new song in front of people, you just want to see, you know, sometimes what everybody looks like when they're listening to it. And yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, when I played the other day when we was riding dirt roads and I played Hanging On by Halo, the two guys I was with at the time, we're drinking beer, just having a good time. And I was like, dude, I want y'all to hear this song. And they're just like, oh shit, can we get this at right now? And I always appreciate that because it's like, okay, I wasn't wrong when I heard this song, how damn good it was.
Oh man, thank you. I'm proud of that one. I'm excited. And like, I don't know, it's just that sometimes like that song started as something completely different. And we were sitting there and I had this line that I'd thrown out, and then we were like, man, this song's not that good, but that line is really cool. And it was, you know, my angel's flying fast as he can go, and I'm hanging on by a halo. And then we're like, well, let's just keep this and run with it and see what happens, which happens a lot more, I think, than people realize with writing songs.
Yeah. Same thing kind of happened with Skinny too. He caught me off guard. And like, when I heard Hanging On by the Halo, even though I know Lee was like kind of pointing it out that it was going to be good. I didn't get it right at first, as far as like, I didn't know where it was going. I'm just so used to drinking songs. Like that's my shit. Like I love a good, sad drinking song. I listen to Keith Whitley more than I listen to anything. That's my go-to of all time. And so when you hit that hook on that song, it's just like, oh shit, this is so good. Like it ties it together perfectly. I just love it. But Skinny, his ass, somehow we ended back up at Bobby Penson's studio.
Studio. Hotel.
Dude, I don't even know where we had been at like before. And Skinny surprised me because some of y'all, and I don't mean this no disrespect, because Mark Oriot, I'm sure both of y'all know Mark's punk ass.
I played with Mark last night. Yeah.
He's one of my best friends, but Mark doesn't look like a musician. He looks like he sells fucking meth. Like me and Kimberly Atwood call him Meth Mark. Like
you find out he used to be an EMT.
Oh my God, yes. I'm still waiting to find out that he got fired for stealing drugs off of it. Like, but him and Baker Grissom was down here a couple of weeks ago. And and like, I have to tell Mark this every time I'm around him. I love him so much. And I think he's so talented and he sounds great. And he's a great writer and everything, but he doesn't look the part. Some people do, some people don't. And y'all guys look more the part than Mark does. But when I heard that song from you, Hang On by a Halo, it seems like how would I put this? Some middle-aged guy that's been through some shit sings that song, you know?
And I get that a lot.
Yeah, like somebody who's been through some hell and back, which you never know what somebody's been through or whatever. But that's what like you expect to hear that song out of, and you kill it. So great job on it. But Skinny's the same way. Skinny opens his mouth when we're at the studio that night at 5:00 in the morning or whatever it is.
On a damn dobro.
On a dobro. And I'm just like, okay, well, I thought I was going to hate this guy. Because I automatically hate anybody that's that skinny. I already hate anybody that is that fucking small. And you can tell, because I love Vaden. And that was really the first night I'd ever even been around Bobby that much. And I already was like, look up to him because I think he's just amazing. Yeah. And but I've never like been that close to him. I've known Vaden for a long time. And the way that like Bobby was like, I want to hear you play some and everything. I was like, oh, okay. So this guy's got to be good. So I hated you because Bobby wanted to hear you play. So I hated everything about you. And then you started playing and I'm sitting back on the couch and I'm like, Well, goddamn, now I can't hate him. I like this kid. That was a weird night for me. I got locked
That
out.
was weird.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy how I met those guys, man. I don't know if you've heard the story about how I met Bobby, but it was all over me wearing a fur coat. I don't know if you heard that, but
No, I want to hear it now because it sounds stupid enough that I'm gonna like it.
you're gonna love it. So we're in Red Door one night. I had been here for a week and about a week and a half, and I walked in Red Door, and I'd been hanging out at the local, and me and Jeff Free became good friends. And Jeff and Bobby were standing over the bar, so I just go up there, and I kind of know who Bobby is, but not really. And Bobby's standing over there, and I've got this big ass like chinchilla fur coat on. I mean, it goes down to my knees, great big like just pimp coat. And I got chains on and everything, and I got a pimp hat that matches it. It's kind of khaki colored. Just come in there, just doing my thing, being skinny. And I walk up to the bar there, and I'm talking to Jeff Reed, and all of a sudden I just feel somebody start petting my arm, just like petting it. I look over, and it's Bobby, and he looks at me. He says, "Kid, what's your name?" I said, "My name's Little Skinny." He said, "Well, Little Skinny, my name's Big Fatty." So we all start just busting out laughing, and we get to hanging out there. And he said, "Kid, I'm gonna have to put that fur coat on." I said, "Oh, you know?" He's like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna have to put that fur coat on. Just like, trust me, just take it off. I said, "All right." So I took it off. I'll put it on Bobby. I mind you, I've been in that bar for about 45 minutes, just around there, and hadn't run into him. Nobody's asked a picture for me with me. Nothing. Just everybody's like, "Oh, that's a cool coat." Bobby puts on this fur coat, and I swear we took about 45 to 50 pictures with girls because everybody wanted a picture with Bobby Pence in my fur coat, and we've just been best friends ever since. So it's kind of crazy.
He is the smoothest, coolest person, dude. I like the shit out of him.
He's my boy. I love him.
I can see you in a fur coat though. One thing that I like about you is your style. I like your style. What was the picture that you posted the other day in the red button up, the pearl snap that had the tassels underneath it?
Yeah, the fringe on it. Yeah.
Cameron, we got to get you some of this stuff. I think
I have 4 pairs of the same jeans. I find one t-shirt I like and I'll buy 6 of them. Like,
I like loud, obnoxious stuff. Like, I didn't realize it till like the past, I don't know, year or two. The louder the colors are, just the weirder it is, the more I want to wear it.
Hell yeah. I'm the same way. I like cool shit like that. I like being seen.
Yeah. Well, I'm already loud as hell, dude. So it's hard not to notice me. I'm usually in the way of something. I'm usually aggravating the shit out of somebody or doing something. I can't help it. I get to drinking and I try to be the life of the party.
Yeah, the dildo proved that. That was yeah, you didn't have to prove anything else. After I saw that, I just knew that was your style.
I'm just glad you didn't leave and go with us after the bar. That was the worst night ever.
But yeah, I knew that was smart. I was just like, all right, once the bar shuts down at 2 a.m., it's time for me to go home.
Yeah, I'm never, ever listening to white bitches in Nashville at 3 o'clock in the morning again. I will never listen to a white girl again that late at night. They're the worst.
Yeah, they get you into some shit in the thick of it.
I get myself in enough trouble, though. Cameron, you better be glad that you're engaged, man. How long have you been engaged? By the way, how old are both of you?
24.
I'm 22.
Oh, yeah. You're a good kid, Cameron. You better stay that way.
I met my fiance in high school.
Oh, that's sweet.
Been together. By the time we get married, we'll have been together 7 years.
When are y'all getting married?
November 17.
Congratulations. Where y'all getting married at?
And I in Texas, in Palmer, Texas, at Tammy Wynette and George Jones Farm.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah, this dude's.
But we met in high school. I was such a bad student, dude. I love to write, and so I'd be in English or whatever, and they'd give us a prompt or whatever, and I'd just write whatever I thought was worth writing about, even if they failed me. Just because I was like, if I'm gonna write something, I just want to write. I turned in songs as essays before, and I was in chemistry, and she's real smart in every way except choosing guys, I guess. And I was kind of copying her lab report, and then she made me wait like a year, and then I asked her out, and we've been going out ever since.
Dude, that's adorable. Are you from Texas?
Yeah, I'm from Hazlet, Texas. But we went on our first date. The song "No Hands" came on, that Fetty Wap song.
Oh yeah.
And she rapped every word in my car, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in love." Like,
if I had to guess, that was not going to be the song that you fell in love to. But hey, fuck it.
no, it's just like we didn't know each other that well, and it came on, and she just reached for the radio, turned it up, and just didn't miss a beat. She just said every word, and I was just like, "Okay, all right, I get it now." Like,
you keep that, girl. Don't you ever turn out like me.
She's the best, man.
Skinny, I'm gonna guess you're single.
Oh yeah, that's a fine.
Oh, you're definitely getting herpes. You're dead.
Hey, he'll be lucky with herpes. That's a curable. Oh wait, no, it's not. No, that's sticking around for a while.
Yeah. You just better look. I'm going to tell you. Go ahead and find you a health department that you like. You're gonna need it.
Spend some time there.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you. I make the joke all the time on this show. Every time I leave Nashville, my ass stops in Macon, Georgia on the way back at the health department. Whether something's burning or not, I'm getting a fucking shot of Rosef and something. I am getting something.
Skinny's gonna be that guy at like, you ever see someone? I notice it a lot in Nashville where I'll see an old songwriter or something like that at around, and you just look at them and you're like, you got kids you don't know about.
Oh hell yeah, he absolutely does. Yeah, Kid Rock looks younger than Skinny. Every time I see Skinny, that's who I think of. Like, you look like you might be Kid Rock's dad. You're not gonna age well, big guy.
I've heard the other way around. I've heard Kid Rock might be my dad, but I've never heard that I'm Kid Rock's dad.
I'm just giving you shit. No, you definitely, y'all two. I'm surprised. Would you know in Daily? I'm surprised y'all hadn't bumped into each other yet, you and Rock.
And dude, I have not. Dude, I've missed him. Like, I've seen him going by in Ubers and stuff where I was going to hang out. He was leaving. Like, yeah. I have him like by this much. That's the one dude I've wanted to fucking meet. But with Daly and Jelly and all the guys I know, I figured that was going to happen. I missed Dana White and Kid Rock one night. Is what I heard by just a matter of seconds. But
I don't know if it's going to do me any good to ever get in those circles, because this is what's going to happen. They're either going to really, really like me, or they're going to really fucking hate me.
Daly would love you.
I hope he would. God, I hope he would. He's my spirit animal. All right.
Dude, that means a riot.
We played in that I like doing charity things, and like we do some stuff with the creative vets up in Nashville. So we got to play at his golf course at Oak Hill, or is it Oak Hill? It's Oak something. I can't remember what it is. Or is it Old Hickory? That's what it is. Old Hickory. I couldn't remember. And I drove the green on a par 4, but I got a little help from a cart path. And all I could think about, because I was drunk as hell by the time I did this, and I was like, I just want to tell John Daly that I drove a par 4 on his fucking golf course. Like, that's all I wanted to do. Like, I was just so happy. And then I talked to Aaron Lewis for like 45 minutes, and he's another guy that I'm just obsessed with, that I think he's just amazing, dude.
Hung out with him a couple times. Aaron's been really cool to me.
He was so cool. So me and him got to talking, and I don't know if I've told this story on the show yet or not, but one of the things before I worked in radio, like I used to do a lot of stuff with mental health awareness and all this kind of things. So when I was in school, I used to love writing poetry, and I got some poems that were published in Young Poets of America, but I was an athlete, and I got called faggot for writing poetry. And like, I quit writing because of it. Baseball team picking on me and everything. So from the age of 13 until working with creative vets starting in January this year, like helping out, Jesse Wayne Taylor got me to start writing again. I've never wrote music, never played guitar, nothing. And like, he's got me trying to do it a little bit and everything. And I was telling I was telling Aaron Lewis that story and everything. And he was so cool about it. He was like, look, he's like, dude, I used to get picked on. I was in the choir. He said, I was the uncoolest kid. I was in the choir when I was in high school. And he's like, and as soon as I got in Stained, all those people that used to pick on me was in the front row of my show singing my songs. And I was just like, you know what? The nerds and the people that was already like true to themselves in high school were the coolest people ever. They really were.
I tell that to my sister too, like, which my sister does fine in high school, but
Yeah.
I was like, it's just 4 years. And it's so hard to explain that to someone in the middle, because when you're in high school, 4 years, that's a quarter of your life, you know, and like trying to explain to someone, like I was on the water polo team, dude. That's not exactly on people's list.
I didn't know that was a real thing until you just said it.
Yeah. No, real thing. No horses involved though. A lot of people.
Your high school definitely had more money than mine.
No, we just we had to like basically steal another school's equipment.
Okay.
I had our swim coach, I guess at one point dated the guy who did all the water polo stuff in the area. And so she was able to go like get a bunch of gear.
Yeah, it's crazy. I try to tell, I just got into an argument the other day with somebody, their kid. Anybody who's listening to this, is a disclaimer. Don't fucking listen to me if your kid sucks at sports, what I'm about to say. Good God. I don't need another fucking parent mad at me.
Lord knows I did.
God. So, but here's the thing. I tried to explain to this parent that if your kid isn't great at football,
yeah,
I was decent at football. I was pretty good. But you had those kids that were tackling dummies, that were second string or whatever, that first string abused. Like they were literally punching bags for us or whatever, right? And I tried to tell them that, look, your kid could be really good at music. Your kid could be really good at something else. Talk to your kid. Explain to them, hey, instead of you getting abused every day and never getting to play and all this kind of stuff, why don't you try picking up an instrument? Why don't you try writing something? Why don't you try something else? Like, you don't have to come out and say, hey, you suck at this. Like, you suck at football or you suck at basketball. But let's try to find you another hobby, something you can put some time and effort into, and you can actually get something back out of.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have Rudy, man.
Yeah, but fuck Rudy. That story screwed more kids up than anybody. I love that movie, but I swear to you, that probably caused more people to get paralyzed than
That's
drunk
like
drivers.
The Michael Jordan thing. Everybody uses the Michael Jordan played JV. You know how many points a game he dropped on JV, and it was as a freshman. Like, it's not that, I think that was more like the coach knew it'd be better for him to not be the best ever his entire life.
Yeah, no shit. Like, yeah, this mother was literally telling me, it was about basketball. She was like, my son wants to play college basketball in the NBA. And I'm like, how tall is he? She's like, he's 5'6" and he's in the 10th grade. And I was like, he's 5'6", he's Caucasian, his ass ain't getting no bigger. Let's do something else. Let's teach him something else. And she's like, I don't want to discourage him. I was like, darling, look, you're not discouraging him. He's never going to get past that point. Like, he has physical limitations. Like, I can't compete with LeBron. It don't matter how good of a three I could shoot. And I can't. I'm not saying I could. But he's going to pack my shit. Anybody that is 6'3", 6'4" is going to pack every shot that I have as a physical limitation. But maybe they can't write a song.
Right.
Man, it's weird because, like, I mean, you figure all that stuff out on your own. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fighter pilot, you know? And, like, that's what I wanted to do, man. And then I have, like, a bunch of heart conditions and stuff like that. Like, no way I was ever going to get to be a fighter pilot. But my mom never was like, hey, dude, your heart doesn't work. It ain't going to happen. I just figured it out. And like, it was more like, I picked up a guitar, and it was, first off, anytime you pick up an instrument or songs, even if you're good compared to the rest of the people around you, you still suck. Like, it just takes time, and you have to be okay with sucking.
Yeah.
Like, when you move to Nashville and you're from a small town, I'm sure Skinny has this happen too, but people think like you made it just because you went to Nashville.
You started over. Yeah.
People will ask me, like on their kids' behalf, like what should they do? Or, and I always tell them, if you can picture yourself doing anything else, go do that thing. You have to be able to not picture yourself doing anything else ever.
100%.
You have to be real okay with sucking for a really long time. And it really helps to not be good at anything else. If you get like, I have 0 other skills.
I love that. I have to tell, so with my studio being the only thing around here that allows musicians to come in here to record demos, to do other things like that, I get parents that ask my advice on what you were just talking about all the time. And it's literally where it's very heartbreaking to some of these parents. But y'all know, just like I do, the best musician in a small town don't even hit the top 200, top 500 when you get to Nashville. Like it's not. It's, I think that the folks that we're friends with, I think there's some really, really damn talented people that we're all associated with. But then every once in a while, you see somebody and you're like, how did this person never break through? How did this person never make it? And I'll play like a song from that person, or I'll show them like, this person's still up there and they're pushing and they're 35, 40 years old.
Right.
I play my buddy, my real good friend, who I'm going to the lake with here in a few minutes, Dustin Heron. I don't know if y'all know him or not.
God, I love that dude.
All right. So Dustin's one of those. He's been at it for 10 years. JC Anderson, another one of our real good friends. They've been at it for 10 years. And I'll play these parents their music. And I was like, your kid's not that good. Now, I'm not knocking your kid, but you're not. So before you spend, y'all know what rent's like in Nashville. Like before you go up there and you go broke, if they're not where they want to be yet, are you willing to pay that much money, that long a period of time, and not get where you want to be? Like, it's hard. I always tell everybody, especially around here, try to play your local bars, try to like hone your skills, try to like build a reputation here first, save some money, and then take a shot after you get some good songs wrote up under your belt, learn how to write a good song, and do all that yourself first before you get up there. Because I've seen a lot of people just probably like y'all have to get up there and just get lost.
Man.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, Skinny.
I mean, I was going to say, man, the best thing was for me, dude, when I was 18, I walked in my living room to my parents. I told them, said, all right, guys, I'm fixing to graduate high school here in a couple weeks. I'm moving to Nashville. And they're like, hell no, you ain't. You ain't going anywhere. And so, dude, I think the best thing for me is, and college is not for everybody, but college was really good for me because I needed to grow the hell up. And I got a good 4 years of just kind of growing up. Mainly is all I learned from college. I didn't learn a lot, but it was a good kind of thing to kind of grow up. And then I played like tons of shows during college and kind of hone my craft that way, just because it gave me some time to kind of grow up a little bit.
I dropped out of community college. There were like 3 kids in my town that played music, so it's not, if you can't, it's not that hard to be the best out of 3.
Right.
But I had graduated school and I was playing a couple places, anywhere they could let me play. And I'd walk into restaurants, bars, whatever, which wasn't very many places in my town. And I would say, listen, I'll play a night for free. And if it's terrible, you can tell me to get lost. But if it's good, then, we can talk about you paying me something? And it wasn't much. I mean, it'd be like $120 for a 3-hour set, but I just did that for so long. And then I would kind of move over to the next town. And then, I was playing there'd be some weeks where I was playing 10 gigs in a week, just trying to play as well. It's like the 10,000 hours rule. The 10,000 is not the magic number, but if you're chasing after that, you'll figure it out.
Okay. I don't know the 10,000 hours rule.
There's this kind of rule that it takes 10,000 hours to master something.
Yeah.
Which maths out to basically a full-time job every day for 20 years.
Okay.
And 10,000 isn't the number, but if you're chasing 10,000, you might find it at 6,000 or whatever. But if you're chasing after that, then you'll figure it out. Something, you'll start to master that craft. And that's such a high number, and it takes so much that people who, if that's not their thing, then they'll find their thing,
All right.
Yeah. I just hate to see, I guess I'm so jaded because I've got some friends that they ended up getting turned off from music. They ended up because it broke their heart so much. And I've always thought that if they would have went about it a different way, I remember, I'm not going to say his name, but I remember the light in this guy's eyes when he used to get on stage, and he's not where he wants to be at now. And he's had some bumps in the road and everything. And he's still in his 20s, but you can just tell he's not where he wants to be at, where he thought he'd be. And it's just where it's kind of gone out for him. He's not as excited about it as he used to be. And I've always just wondered if he would have went about it a different way, if he wouldn't have moved to Nashville so early, if he would have tried to do it differently, if he would have been a different road for him.
I don't know, man. I guess it's hard because there's no one way. You always hear about someone finding success in a way that you would have thought was never possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I admire anybody that's got the sand to pack up and go chase something, even if it doesn't work out.
See, I think now the way to do it, the cost efficient way to do it, is through social media. I think that's the way to do it now. But also at the same time, I think the only knock on that is I think there's a lot of people that don't like the people that blow up off of social media, because it's kind of like they didn't pay their dues. They didn't have to work hard at it.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were looking at your phone while driving, let me say it again. Seriously, put down your phone. That is so unsafe. If you didn't do stuff like use your phone while driving, you could save money with Progressive Snapshot. But saving or not, just put it down. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't looking at your phone, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
I get why that Skinny. Let me ask you, I've had this theory about folks, and you was on American Idol. Have you ever thought that people gave?
So was Cameron.
Oh, was you? I didn't know Cameron was on it.
Yeah.
Well, how far did you make on it, big guy?
40.
40?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of one of those where they were like, first off, if you ever want to humble yourself real quick, go look up YouTube comments of anything you've ever done on Idol.
Dude,
my television.
My features, Cameron, 100%. Mine was rough. When I was on American Idol, I went by my real name. And I don't talk about this much, but I went by my real name, and my last name was spelled like something very terrible. And I was trending on Twitter for the next 3 days.
Oof.
Awful.
Well, I can't talk then. Mine wasn't that bad, but
yeah, mine was pretty bad. So that's why I went. But I started by a little Skinny. So,
damn. Well, I hate that. I'll tell you. You told me the rule of 10,000. I'll tell you a rule that I learned a long time ago. Don't ever read your comment section,
dude.
Yeah, no, I was laying down on the couch reading them. And my fiance, she was my girlfriend at the time, was just like, what are you doing to yourself? Like, first off, musicians tend to have a similar person. Anyone who does entertainment, anything, tends to have a similar personality type, which is if there's 100 I love yous and one like you suck, then I'm gonna be like, forget the 100 I love yous or whatever. It's the one like go to hell or whatever, you know.
Boy, you think y'all are bad. These social media personalities that I have that come on the show that's got these million plus folks at million followers or whatever. I've never seen people so insecure in my life. Like amazingly good people, amazingly good, wholehearted people, most of them. But they will have 100,000 positive comments, 10 bad ones, and they will only see the 10 bad ones.
Yeah.
It drives them insane. They want to make everyone love them. But I don't think you can be real and everybody can love you. I just don't think it's possible.
It's probably true.
Well, let me ask you what I was getting to earlier because I didn't know you was also on American Idol, though, Cameron. Do you think, or did you ever have any experiences where either one of y'all caught a little bit of shit or slack because y'all kind of started your career off on American Idol, or anything like that? Or because I know like some of the old school guys, they started off in bars and everything like that. Or did y'all start off in bars? I just never know because I know some of my friends don't like how some people have never ever played a bar room, but they blew up on TikTok and shit, and now they've got record deals.
Before I did Idol, I probably played 1,000 shows.
Okay, so yes, okay.
And then when I moved to Nashville, it's funny because when you're on a show like that, you want everyone to know that you're on it until you're off of it. And then people tend to try to separate themselves from it. So I didn't really tell many people when I got here that I was ever even on the show because it happened before I moved to Nashville. And it's probably the thing that gave me the courage to even try to move to Nashville. And in Nashville, no one cares because you could throw a stick in a room and hit 9 people who have done some sort of singing show.
I got you.
Right.
What about you?
So I've kind of got an interesting way, you know, me and my dad had hound dogs, and that's what I did kind of professionally for a while with my dad. And so nobody even knew I played music or I played guitar. I've been playing and singing for 10 months. Hadn't played much shows or anything when I made it on American Idol the first time. And it's a cool story, but it all started over a flat bottom boat. This is how this whole music thing, the whole career started over a flat bottom boat. But so what happened was we had moved. So I'm from Nashville, Arkansas, and we moved to Murfreesboro, Arkansas, which people don't know there's a Nashville, Murfreesboro here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I moved from Nashville, Arkansas to Murfreesboro, Arkansas, and we just got a big place and about 60 acres. And there's this big pond back there. It's about 3.5, 4 acre, pretty good sized pond. You know, this is nearly a lake for Arkansas, but we got this pond and everything. I needed a flat bottom boat to fish it, and this guy had one down the street for $300. And so I'm trying to find a way to get $300 and try to get this flat bottom boat. And there's this talent show down the road in Hope, Arkansas, at this watermelon festival, and they called it Watermelon Idol. I can't make this up. And the grand prize happened to be $300. And if you wanted $300, you got to open up for Sammy Kershaw and all this stuff for the Watermelon Festival. So happened on a Tuesday. They had a qualifying round. There's 25 people in the talent show. You had to make it to the top 5, come back on Saturday to compete for the $300. I'm like, dude, I got my little Can't You See song over here, kind of cranked up. I'm going to go try and win this competition. I've been playing for a few months, thought I was the shit. Walk in there, didn't make the top 5. So I'm bummed and sitting there, and Mom's like, well, I thought you might have plans for Saturday, but if you want to, American Idol's having auditions on Saturday. You want to go try that? So, Mom, if I can't make Watermelon Idol, I can't make American Idol. And I'll be damned. We went, and I went through several rounds, and a few months later, we're going through all the stuff, and I ended up making it on a TV show and went to Hollywood.
That's cool.
So that's how my career kind of got started, and it all happened kind of overnight thing. And then it took several years to get back on and get any more things going, and then moving out to Nashville and things started taking off again. But
that's cool. I don't think anything, which I mean, it's an old saying, but nothing worth having ever comes easy. If stuff was given to you, it's just not as fucking good, man. It just doesn't. I don't know. That's why
I think we're all supposed to get our teeth kicked in a little bit.
I think you have to, man.
100%.
I think I think if you didn't know how bad it hurt to lose, you wouldn't know how good it feels to win.
Okay, all right, Mr.
Yeah.
Aerosmith over here.
Yeah, like I just don't think it. I just don't like it. There's been so many times that you have those really really shitty days, and it just makes you appreciate the good ones so much more.
Yeah, I think Nashville's really big about that. Like you have your best and worst days within 24 hours. Like you can be going and have some of the best times of your life, and then all of a sudden shit will hit you out of nowhere and you're like, damn, I hate this place. And then you come back, oh, I love this place. And it's kind of one of those love-hate relationships, you know.
So true. You can be like flying high and in the gutter in one day.
They just get sucker punched, yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah, I've had those moments. Probably not the same way y'all have, but I've definitely had those moments there. God, it's a different beast. I've got friends here that I try to explain to them that like Nashville's almost an animal. Like it's almost alive. You never know what you're gonna get when you go out or during the. You just don't ever know. They just don't understand. It's damned up there. It drives me nuts. Well, I'll tell you what. How about we get a song out of each one of y'all, if y'all don't mind? I want to kind of give them a little taste of y'all,
Cool.
and y'all kind of tell them about this little Riders Round type deal real fast, so they got a reason to a little bit more to go look y'all up and go download any of the music and anything that y'all got and stream some shit.
Hell yeah. Oh, you want to go first? You want to go first, Cam?
You can go first, Skinny. I gotta grab a charger so this thing doesn't die.
All right, but
You say.
Well, tell us what you're gonna play and why you're gonna play, or surprise me.
let's do something new, man. This is a song I ain't played much. I played it for the first time in the Riders Round last night. I wrote it several years ago, and I've kind of put it on the burner and kind of start picking it back up. It's like, man, this song is not as bad as I thought it was. It's called Yesterday's Night. I kind of wrote it about kind of having, like we've talked about having bad nights in Nashville, bad nights anywhere. Instead of saying last night, I thought yesterday's night was cool. So that was kind of a cool play on words. So it's a song I wrote called Yesterday's Night. Driving in the rain in Memphis. Not sure why I'm calling. I'll say you 'cause I love you. But I'm the one that left anyway. 'Cause I'm too worried about the headache. The front door's off the hinges. The second damn old guitar I'm broken this weekend. The bus broke down in Charlottesville. I'm too drunk to take the stage. I'm too worried about my own life and trying to get over yesterday's night. Well, I see you in 2 days. I'll see you in 4 weeks. It's been 7 damn years. Bet you never thought a single thing about me. But there you are, and here I am. 'Cause I'm too worried about the headache. Front door's off the hinges. It's the second damn old guitar I done broken this weekend. The bus broke down in Charlottesville. I'm too drunk to take the stage. I'm too worried about my own life and trying to get over yesterday's night. Well, I'm just a fool trying to play it cool while I watch my life go down the drain. 'Cause I'm too worried about the headache. Front doors off the hinges. The second damn old guitar out and broken this weekend. The bus broke down in Charlottesville. I'm too drunk to take the stage. I'm too worried about my own life and trying to get over yesterday's night. Yeah, I'm selfish in my own rights, just trying to get over yesterday's night.
Son, you got some old blues man in you. I'll tell you, I love it. I love that shit, dude.
So I grew up playing on Bill Street when I was 15. So I played blues music is what I did. So
yeah, that's country music. I will always love, and it's right there. But you get some old blues music, man. That is that's my favorite. Muddy Waters does something to me.
Dude, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, all them guys, man. I love them.
Yeah, there's something I can't explain it. Some blues come on, even when Travis Tritt does the blues. I'm telling you, there's something about a blues guitar or just that. Oh, it either makes me want to cry or do some nasty shit. I can't. It also make you feel like you're the baddest motherfucker in the room too. That damn. What is
Look at them herpes he's talking about. That blues will give you the herpes.
Boy, it'll give you a lot. It'll make you share them too. All right, choir boy, what you got for me in the center over here?
I wrote the song with Scott Sean White, Doug Johnson, and Adam Wheeler. But I've had a few heart surgeries. And like 8 months ago, I almost kind of TKO'd. I was on vacation with my fiance and her family in Vegas. And on the flight there, I thought I started feeling like crap, but I was already on the plane and I was like, oh shit, like I bet I got COVID. And it took a minute to kind of get back, and I basically stayed in the hotel room for like 6 days, but I couldn't sleep or keep food down, or I couldn't really walk without having to stop and catch my breath. And we went to Care Now a few days into it, and they were like, oh yeah, you have pneumonia. And then I couldn't keep any of the meds down, so I knew we had to leave to go to the hospital or to go to the airport the next day. And I was like, maybe we should go to the hospital and just get everything checked out, because I knew I had to walk around for 6 hours before the flight took off, and I couldn't make it even to the elevator. And so we went in, and I thought they were just going to give me some fluids or something, and they pushed the buttons and called everybody in. And I asked them, I was like, hey, when do I get to head home? So I was in the ER and everything, and they're like, yeah, she should have found you dead, like in the hotel room. And I was there for a week. They're trying to get me stable enough to fly to Vanderbilt. They put me on the transplant list and all kinds of stuff. And I spent a week in Vanderbilt and a week in Vegas, and it all ended up shaking out all right. But when something like that happens, everybody you write with is like, let's write about that, because that's like perfect ammo for a song, but you can only sit and write about that for so long. And I was with Doug and all them, and Doug had this hook called One More Breath that I thought was really cool. And anyway, this is the song we wrote about it. You were holding my hand when the doctor broke the news, and all he promised was he'd do the best that he could do. There must be a reason I'm still here. I look at you and the reason's pretty clear. I guess one more love song needed to be sung. One more shine on you moon needed to be hung. Girl, I thank God that he heard that desperate prayer you prayed and gave me one more breath for you to take away. It could have happened to somebody else. How lucky could I be? It could have taken my whole life to see what you mean to me. I came so close to being gone, I know. There ain't no way I'd ever let you go. One more love song needed to be sung. One more shine on you moon needed to be hung. Girl, I thank God that he heard that desperate prayer you prayed and gave me one more breath for you to take away. One more first dance needed to be danced. One more lucky fool like me needed one more chance. Girl, I thank God that he heard that desperate prayer you prayed and gave me one more breath for you to take away. And gave me one more breath.
Son,
Come on.
dude. Yeah, I hate you. Oh, dude, that's tough there, man.
Thanks, bro.
I don't know. You and Skinny are like yin and yang. This is weird. Like it's like a good little angel on one shoulder and another me on the other.
What's crazy is Cameron was the first person I ever wrote with in town.
I had no idea when I asked both of y'all to be on the show. I had no idea y'all even knew each other.
Yeah, man.
Barrett Baber reached out to me because I didn't know who he was, but Barrett's from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Barrett's a Arkansas celebrity, and
Yeah.
and he just called me and was like, "Hey man, I got this kid. You know, I've kind of been keeping track of him, and you know, he probably gonna need a friend when he gets to town, and he might be something. He's he said he's real good, and he said he reminds me a lot of you, and so when Skinny got to town, I reached out to him and." I said, man, if this town ever gets to be too much or you want to write a song or whatever, just hit me up and we'll go grab some food or grab a guitar or whatever we need to do.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Cameron, Barrett as well, man. I'm really blessed to have some really great friends, including you, Josh, man. Just being this dude from small town Arkansas, dude. It's hard to find friends from back home, but you come out here and be able to find friends that really get you, really understand what you're going through, man. It's nothing better. So,
well, it's hard to find genuine people around there. Like,
dude.
Man, I don't mean to sound like a dick towards some of these people that have hit me up to be on the show. I'll get folks that have never said a word to me before, never have said, hey, at the bar, whatever. They know, like, this show is like in the top 1% in the world as far as podcasts go. They know that like some bigger names have been on here, but I'm so picky because this is my baby. Like if I don't like you, I don't like your message. I mean, we've got corporate sponsors, we've got local sponsors and everything. Like, this is my job. This is the only thing I do. And I'm very picky about who I have on here, like the message that's put out into the world because of me and who uses my platform. And you'll get people, dude, that will just use me, or they'll want to. And they'll be like, okay, I'm going to do your show one time, and then we're not going to be friends after that. I'm not going to answer your text messages. I'm not answer your phone calls or whatever. And I hate those people. And I just,
Oh, that's my plan. As soon as this is over, y'all can both go to hell.
there you go. Well, man,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I like the genuine. It's, you can tell, like, when even me and you talk to the local, Cameron, like, you're a genuine dude. I could tell, like, I can kind of tell who's a good person. And Skinny, me and you hit it off, like,
This is my boy.
yeah, I mean, dude, we just hit it off, bro. Like, I can just tell me and you can hang out anywhere. And Cameron,
Right.
I know you don't drink, man, but you're more than welcome to have one of them 4 o'clock in the morning nights with me, talking about life, whatever the
Yeah,
hell you
man,
want to talk about,
anytime.
man.
What's funny is I may have 4 or 5 beers in the night, but I've still just had as good a time as anybody.
Well, I wish I could be like y'all, is what I'd say, because I can't do that. I want to see how much I can drink, and I don't know why. How about
That's all.
how about y'all play one more if you got time, and then we'll end it. But Cameron, you think you can end it on the Halo song?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. What you gonna do, Skinny?
Let's do something upbeat, I'll say. I feel like this fits your kind of vibe, Josh. We'll do this one. There's a song I wrote called Blasting Records with my good buddies John Haywood and Walker Wilson. Looks like I'm drinking tonight and it's 3:30. Ain't got no missed calls from baby, she done left me. My pop said I need to change my attitude, but the Skinner keeps on spinning, so I don't see it happening soon. So let the needle head to full throttle. I'm starting to see the end of this bottle. Blasting records with a note of 45. I got a cold and a Krauser right by my side. Go brown liquor and no cigarettes band. Boating fish, 30 acres of my own swampland. Blasting records with a note 45. 45. A target practice on some old school cans. Smoke drifting out of my left hand. CCR blaring down the Green River. Right, just come on, I need to check my liver. Come on with it, come on with it. Oh, let the needle hit it. Blasting records with a note of 45. I got a cold and a Krauser right by my side. Come brown liquor in the old Sears band. Boating fish, 30 acres of my own swampland. Blasting records with a note 45. 45. Called up Trudy on the telephone. Listen to Jamie singing lonesome song. Come on, Fancy, don't let me down. Stevie Ray's walking on the tightrope now. Come on, boys, don't let her cry. Jody singing that bye, bye, bye. 38's in the hole, old time rock and roll. Well, give me the beat, boys, to save my soul. Blasting records with a note of 45. I got a cold and a Krauser right by my side. Cup of brown liquor in an old Sears band. Boating fish, 30 acres records of my own swampland. Passing records with an old 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. Yeah.
Me and you couldn't have no damn fun together, son. Woo! You
Yeah.
tough, boy. I like that, son.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Oh boy. Now we dude, Skinny, you're a tough dude. I hated it forever a second in that studio that night at Bobby's. I was like, I'm not gonna like this kid. I hate I ever thought that because I love you now.
That's my boy.
I love you.
Yeah, man. We got many crazy nights and shenanigans waiting to happen.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to get both of y'all down to Georgia. Y'all,
that's good.
Hey, anytime
Say when, man.
Hey, anytime y'all want to come down, and hey, anytime y'all need I guess how would you put this? Any work tapes or demos or anything done, it's on me. Y'all just come on down.
I appreciate that, man.
Save a little bit of money.
Yeah, love it.
All right, Cameron, what's your? Oh, I know what you're going to end on. Tell him about this one. Guys, before he plays it, this one is the one I was telling you about earlier. As soon as he started playing it, Lee Tucker told me to shut the hell up and listen. It caught my attention, something awful.
This song, is still kind of leans into the heart thing. But this song kind of started because I was in Key West and I was on a moped and I got hit by a minivan, which is not the story you want to tell anyone. You want to be like, I was on a Harley and I got hit by a dump truck. And but I got hit and I had just enough time to go like, shit, this is gonna hurt, because the guy had run a red light and I tried to just throttle it, but it's a moped, so I throttled it and nothing happened. And then I was like, man, someone was like, boy, you sure are burning through those lives. And I was like, shit. And we had already started a different song and I had this line in it. And I started this song with a girl named Peyton Taylor, who's really, really talented. And we decided to bring in Scott Sean White, who is one of my best friends and a mentor of mine in town. And he'll be a groomsman in my wedding. And we brought him in on it and we were just sitting there and we couldn't really figure out the right way to write the title. And then we were looking at that line and we're like, man, maybe that's something. And I have this tattoo on my arm that says "Fear Not." And it's a little bracelet that when I had my second heart surgery, I was 13. And my mom and I went to this place called Sky Ranch, which is this like kind of Christian high adventure camp kind of thing. And they had a mother-son weekend. So we went and did all these like, zip lining and rock climbing and like a pendulum swing and like all these things. And we got these bracelets and it was like our kind of give it to God kind of weekend. And they just kept breaking. So when I was 19, I got it tattooed and I was just sitting there with the guitar in my hand. And I was like, I got a Bible verse tattoo that I really ought to read. And without missing a beat, Scott went in a rain check for church. I need the cash. And then we were kind of off to the races. So this is by Halo. I got a Bible verse tattoo that I really ought to read. And a rain check for church I need to cash. I played poker with the devil, holding nothing but a pair of threes. I pushed my luck till luck up and pushed me back. I burned through my 9 lives by 25. Kept mama pacing, praying all night. Took the best of the rest of her younger days. I'm the reason she's going gray. I've had second chances by the hundreds. Guys gotta be up there wondering which one of these close calls I'm gonna take. 'Cause my angel's flying fast as he can go, and now I'm hanging on by a halo, hanging on by a halo. I'm trying to build back the bridges that I sent up in smoke, and take back all that venom that I spit. I'm owning up to things I should have owned up too long ago. It's gonna take more grace than most folks can give. I burned through my 9 lives by 25. Kept mama pacing, praying all night. Took the best of the rest of her younger days. I'm the reason she's going gray. I've had second chances by the hundreds. God's gotta be up there wondering which one of these close calls I'm gonna take. My angel's flying fast as he can go, and now I'm hanging on by a halo, hanging on by a halo. Burned through my 9 lives by 25. Kept mama pacing, praying all night. The best of the rest of my younger days. I'm the reason she's going gray. I've had second chances by the hundreds. God's gotta be up there wondering which one of these close calls I'm gonna take. 'Cause my angel's flying fast as he can go. Now I'm hanging on by a halo, hanging on by a halo, by a halo. I've got a Bible verse tattoo that I really ought to read. They don't rain check the church, I need the cash.
Son.
Thank you.
Come on.
Out of tune guitar.
Well, if that's what you play an out-of-tune guitar sounding like, I'm fucked. I ain't never gonna learn.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thank you, man. This has been a pleasure.
Hey, anytime, dude. One of the things that I really, really want to do is, ever since I started going to riders rounds a couple years ago, I see people that are so talented that I don't think it's fair that I have a big platform and I shouldn't share people like y'all. Like you got some folks that all they want to share is, and trust me, I like Luke Combs just as much as the next guy, Eric Church. They don't need it. You know, they don't need a big platform. They're already there. They got their own. Like, I think that it's stupid that, you know, there's 400,000 people that follow me on shit. There's 200,000 people that listen to this monthly. Like, it's stupid to me. I don't understand it, especially when y'all actually have a real talent and all I do is talk shit and make STD jokes. Like, it doesn't make sense.
That too.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Herpes.
Yeah,
Nothing
herpes.
needs attention like a good STD joke.
I know, right?
I just don't want you to jinx me over here, Josh.
Hey, trust me, you're jinxed yourself, sir.
As always.
Look, I've already said it so many times. The good Lord knew not to give me any musical talent. He knew not to make my fat ass be able to sing, because I promise you, I would be one of those stories you hear about. Like, I would have 18 children already. There's not, I promise you, every city I would go to, I done got my ass divorced about 4 or 5 times. I promise I could not have been a good man if I could sing.
Honesty is a good policy. I respect that.
I know I'd been a piece of shit. There have been a lot of love songs, but I don't know if they'd have been true or not.
Or to the same person.
Yeah. I'd have told each and every one of them that one song was about them.
This one's about Becky, Bethany, Brittany, and all the others.
That's exactly right. But no, like I want to put people out there that first writers round I ever went to was Kristen Kelly, and I know like you played with Kristen a little bit, and it was to say something worth saying.
She gave me that guitar I was just playing.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
And the first night that I went and saw one, it was when Say Something Worth Saying had got to number 13 on iTunes, and it was when
I was there that night.
No shit. And it was when my show was ranked number 73 in the world at the time. So I was celebrating. And I met her and Ashley McBride that night. And I'm a huge Dylan Carmichael fan. And I think Aaron Lewis was there that night too. Or it might have been another night he was there. But when I heard her kind of explain the Say Something Worth Saying that night, it kind of struck a nerve with me. And then she was on the show not long after that. That's how I got hooked up with Vaden and everybody. Cause Lee Tucker, the guy's like my big brother's friends with all them. And people that actually have, I'm not going to say talent, because I think there's a lot of really talented folks up there, but I think real country music and not just the shallow type of music, the stuff that doesn't have a message to it. That's the stuff I grew up on. That's the stuff that made me love country music. That's the stuff that makes me passionate about hearing a song that'll make you laugh, cry, or whatever. Something that actually has a meaning to it. And when you hear something like either one of y'all just played, like whether it was Skinny making me want to go get a damn whiskey drink right now, or you making me want to go to church, like that's what music is. I'm not a fan of pop country at all. I don't knock anybody that has to do pop country, but I think it took away from the meaning of what I think country music is, or real music anyway. And so whenever I can help put you guys out there, that's what I want to do. So don't ever thank me. Thank you for making the music that you do.
And that means a lot.
You've been so nice since the first time. I think Skinny and I both have gotten so lucky with just immediately from day one in town being surrounded by good, nice people who, I mean, Vaden has, I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes. He has stood up for me or, kind of defended. I call Vaden and Kristen my Nashville aunt and uncle. I'm just Scott, Sean White. All these people have been such good, kind people. Barrett, Blue Foley, Terry Joe Box. There's a million people I'm leaving out, but just made sure that we're okay and taking us under their wing,
Well, anything I can ever do to help, like I said, I don't care whether somebody's a star or whatever. I think there's a lot of potential in both of y'all. But I just love the message that you put out there. So drop y'all social media links again. And if anything that they have streaming, I'm sure both of y'all have stuff on iTunes and Spotify and everything. If y'all are listening to this, go download all of their stuff, go stream all of their stuff. But y'all drop your social media handles again, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
Yeah, man. So once again, y'all can find me at LIL Skinny, any platform besides Twitter. Y'all can find me on there. And I'm the one with long-haired white guy with a guitar. That's me. And y'all can find me. Also, if you're ever in Nashville, I do have a house gig at Losers in Midtown every Friday and Saturday, 6 to 10 with a full band. Y'all can watch me if you're vacationing in Nashville. So.
And if you don't see him there, you can find him at the Davison County Health Department.
Yeah. Shout out to Davison County.
If he's got one of your kids, those are your two best. You got a kid that looks a little too much like him.
What's that Kid Rock song? I'm a lowlife.
Yeah.
Or
Podunk, or which
Yeah,
Kid Rock song do we need?
Oh no, he's got kids that he's never seen, and their moms are 17. He's a lowlife.
Fuck off, Josh.
Your next American Idol is Little Skinny.
America's Choice.
Yeah. You know what? If literally, if the Supreme Court could see you, they'd make abortion illegal again, or make it legal again.
Damn, you make me sound like a bad person. I ain't had any hookups in Nashville. Damn.
I really just hope you're a lot like me, but talented. All right, Cameron, please end this on us going to heaven instead of me and Skinny going to hell.
We're going straight to hell.
Going straight to the hell department. Oh, it's just Cameron Havens _ on everything but Twitter. Man, dude, thank you so much.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Love you, brother.
And hey, love you too, man. Both of y'all. Hey, anytime too, y'all remember this. Anytime you have a song coming out or whatever, that week or a couple weeks before, you let me know. I do it with everybody that's been on the show. That's one of my buddies. We will have you back on the show, even if it's not for a full episode, and we will help you promote it, just to help you get it out there.
Thank you, brother.
Anytime, dudes. All right, boys. Well, I'll catch you later. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all soon.
Yes, sir.
See y'all, boys. And thank y'all for listening to the Josh Terry podcast. I will catch y'all next time.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now, that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing that commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle.